Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Susanna and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while without showing my face on this channel. So today I decided to sit down and record a video. Meanwhile, let me tell you why I went off. Just like that, I will tell you, okay? But if you know that you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my content. If you're my new subby here, thank you so much. Continue subscribing. Please share my videos, comment, and subscribe. Most especially subscribing and liking is most important. I really appreciate. And thank you so much for 500 plus subscribers. I'll continue thanking you guys on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Please, by your support, by you liking my videos, by you sharing my videos, by you subscribing to my videos, to my channel, that is when we will reach to our 1,000 subscribers. I actually got some of the short videos that I uploaded of recent. Yeah, that's just a bit of it, but I'm going to record a video to show you, to tell you what I meant when I was posting those short videos. Okay, so stay tuned. Let me tell you, today's video I'm actually going, somebody actually, I have a video which I recorded long time ago, I think in 2021, about Uganda. I think, was it on 2021 or 2022, something of a kind. I think that person has not reached yet to my YouTube channel to watch that video. But then I got a message that was telling me that I should say some of the reasons why I decided to leave Uganda to Kenya, and I should say it to them. So that's why I decided to sit down in today's video, so that I can share with you why I came to Kenya. Yes. So let me tell you guys, when I came, my reasons of coming to Kenya was, it's not that something big, was not something, was not, it's just for fun, okay? It's just for fun and just, okay, the first time, let me tell you from the details. I came to Kenya in 2019. When I came here, when I thought of coming to Kenya, it was something easy for me. It was something so fun for me, because I used to just hear in the history from my senior one to beyond. I just used to hear Kenya is a neighboring country, Tanzania is a neighboring country, Rwanda is a neighboring country. So that was in my thought. I was like, I wish I could reach to one of these countries, at least to see how they are, if they're like my country, things like that. So when they give the details in the history of Kenya, most especially, it feels like Kenya was more beautiful than my country, or beautiful like than other countries. So I was like, I must reach to Kenya. I must actually reach to Kenya. I must see Kenya with my two eyes, and just see what is inside Kenya. So sorry, in 2019, that's when I was like, I was free. The company I was working with actually was not that providing for us, paying us well, and so many people left the company, and I was like, let me go to, since I had no job at that time, and they were like, soon the company is going to renew again and start being active like the way it was before. Then I was like, let me just go to Kenya. Yes. So I was like, let me go to Kenya, let me go see how Kenya is, what is in Kenya. So when I came here, I came actually by bus. I traveled from my village to Busia border. And then when I reached to Busia border, entering to Kenya, I was actually so afraid. I was thinking they're going to ask so many things, because that time I had not got the ID, and I was just having the waiting and the residential ID, those residential IDs. So that is what I was having. But then I was afraid. I was thinking that they're going to ask me so many things. But all thanks be to God, I was allowed to enter like that. And I just crossed the border. I changed the money, and then I crossed the border. Coming here, I went to the office for the buses. I booked the bus to Nairobi, and then I left there. We left actually there around 1, and then we reached here late, sometime of the night. Because it was my first time, I did not know how many hours it takes to reach to Nairobi. It was my first time. So when I came here, oh my God, reaching to the country park, it was something surprising and very, very amazing. People there were so welcoming, and you know, they're just so welcoming. They welcome you. Don't eat dirty. Don't. Mommy will beat you. Don't eat dirty. Then people were so amazing. We were welcomed. We were given where to sit. Remember, we slept in a bus up to morning, up to 6, because they were like, you're not going to come out of the bus at this time, and they don't allow people to come out of their bus. Maybe some people stay far, etc, things like that. So then that is how I came to Kenya. Jumping to the reasons, my reasons of coming to Kenya was actually, one was to explore Kenya, was just to know how Kenya is, what is inside Kenya, how Kenyan people are, what is their food, what is their culture, what is, you know, how their markets are. But of course, I explored all that. It is actually amazing. And but let me tell you, with welcoming, they are so wow. They're like even Ugandans. Not everyone is good, not everyone is bad, okay? In everything you do, in wherever you go, there are bad people, there are good people. So you don't expect everybody to be good to you, things like that. So how I explored actually. To make it fun for me, you get a cloth of 50 bob. Huh? What else? You get a cloth, a beautiful cloth in Gikomba at 30 bob, which was so amazing. It was actually something surprising. Okay, and then that is my reason. Another reason was actually to come and look for the job here and work and actually change the environment, since I was in Uganda. Ever since I was thinking, I'm born in Uganda, I grew up in Uganda, I studied in Uganda, then even to grow old in Uganda and die in Uganda, of course that's not possible. I must travel, and I must travel until I grow old. I must go outside countries, and even up to now it is still in my mind, I'm not going to grow old in Kenya. I must travel, I must know other outside countries, how they are, their cultures, their things, etc. Yeah, but then I was like, my other reason was like, if I get a job in Kenya, why not do it? So when I came here, I was like, if I get a job, I'll do it. But then I got a job, and everything was good. The workmates were good, and you know, like I said, bad people and good people are always there. So you don't expect everything to go good, and yeah. So another reason was actually their money. What brought me here was their money, and their money has a value, because I remember the place I was working, we had one Kenyan guy who used to come and eat food at our restaurant, and the restaurant that I was working was actually working at the airserve. But then their money, he used to actually come and pay us with their money, and then Kenyan currency, and then we go and change it to our currency. Their money was actually more, you know, heavier than our money. Like, their money has value than our money. That's how I was like, don't you think if I go to Kenya and work and have that money and change into our money, don't you think I'm going to be rich, or don't you think I'm going to do something more bigger than, you know, for my future? Don't you think so? So another thing was their money. That was what brought me to Kenya, was just that. And then another thing was like, let me go to Kenya, and no, if I get a man, a foreigner. Actually, it was not only for Kenyans, but to me, in my mind, I was like, I'm tired of dating my own countrymen. Let me just go. If I find out that other men outside are different than our men, then why not have one foreigner as my husband or as my boyfriend? Who knows? So I was like, if I find they are different than our men, then I will actually have one foreigner. I will actually have to marry a foreigner, not to my countrymen. But then let me tell you, who wish men are the same. They're just the same. They have no difference. You have to know that. The way the men in Uganda they are behaving is the way the men in Kenya they are behaving. The only thing that I have not seen it as a different is the white men, because white men are different. Like the way they treat their women is very different, like than us the black Africans, than us the Africans. And then another thing was actually to have friends, more friends, more friendship, since for me my best friends in Uganda they are just so I decided let me have different, like let me have one friend from my country, let me have one friend from Kenya, and don't you think we can be besties forever, and things like that. So when I came to Kenya, having the first friend was just the worst thing. Okay, and up to now I'm not in good terms with her, and but let me tell you a surprise. When I came here, I got a job. When I came here, I got a man. Now I have a kid. I have my little one here, and things are going well. And another thing is that Kenya is more developed. Like it's more developed. Like it has buildings that high buildings that you can think if you see it from the view. If you go to YouTube, if you go to anywhere and search for the view of Kenya, it will show you the view like for Dubai. Okay, that view that it can give you, it will give you the view like for Dubai. That's how the view of Kenya looks like. The roads are developed, and it is very rare to get a road that is dusty, unless maybe if you go to those village sides, that's when you'll find the dusty roads, like roads without maram, without colors. That's where you can find them. But here in Nairobi it is actually wow. And then another thing also is their buildings are really good, and they are very cheap, very affordable. And yeah, I can compare the buildings here with the one of Uganda. Uganda is a little bit small. It has not those heavy buildings like the one of Kenya. Like the one of Kenya, that's what I can say. And also that time when I left Uganda, actually the roads were not that yet more great, but now I haven't gone there, but I know it is okay. I know it has developed and everything is going well now in Uganda, apart from these crazy funny things about the elections, which Uganda has not yet accepted it. It is still on one person, and people are trying their best at least to get rid of one person, but I don't know. It's only God, that can help my country and get rid of that one person. I beg, don't kill me. Just to get rid of you and remove you from that seat so that we have peace. Then we get jobs. And then another thing in Kenya is looking for jobs. The way you look for jobs in Uganda is the way you look for jobs here in Kenya. It's not that when you go and knock someone's door, you'll get a job or things like that. The same way you look for jobs in Uganda, the same way you look for jobs in Uganda. If you find or you don't find, that is how it is. And another thing is another thing here is thieves. I've never been stolen a phone in Uganda. No matter I work at night, no matter I go here, because where I used to work at night. You can either go with a piki motorbike, or I can walk on foot. We can walk on foot because we used to be a group. But nobody can steal you. But since I came to Kenya, I have experienced a lot of things. I've lost my 2 phones just like that. Yes, Daddy? I have lost my 2 phones just like that. Those are the reasons. That is my bad experience actually. I've lost my 2 phones, but then the rest of it is just my good experience. Why I came to Kenya, why I moved to Kenya was just to explore, nothing much. Was just to explore their culture, their etc, their etc. But now things are good, and let me tell you the real thing. Now Kenya is my home. It's just a good country to live in. It's just a good place to stay, and there are people are good. Yes, people are good, and I'm not planning to move back to Uganda very soon. I'm not planning of something like that because now I'm a married woman. Uganda is not like visiting and come back, visiting and come back. So Kenya is my home. I'm very proud of Kenya. I'm very happy, and yeah, I actually did not expect all this will happen, that Kenya will be my home, that I will get married in Kenya, but you know, things happen and etc. So you just have to go with what happens. So I'm now a Kenyan. So I'm now a Kenyan. And yeah, maybe even you tomorrow you might be thinking of coming to Kenya and have fun. Just come and have fun in Kenya. Kenya is just a very good place to stay. You have so many things to explore here: the museums, the zoos, the war, the culture, their dressing, their cultural food, their one. You have a lot to explore, and I know you will like it, and you will actually appreciate Kenya, like being in Kenya. You will appreciate yourself for coming to Kenya. But anyways, that's all for today's video. That's what somebody requested me to do, and I really appreciate you for requesting me that video. And please remember to subscribe, like, share. On the road to our 1,000 subscribers, because of you guys, we will reach that in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name, we will reach that. So that's all for today's video. I really appreciate. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.